Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Blood Bowl 2 and this potentially terrifying match. Remember, at this point we are in a single elimination bracket. I imagine that if we take this game to a tie, it will actually have to be played to completion, and if we lose, we're just out. We're just out on our asses, so let's not do that. I went ahead and bought us a 4th team reroll, made an executive decision. Hopefully, the reroll will be better than the team value that we give to our the team value cash that we give to our opponents. And yeah, let's just roll into it. Are they gonna? Okay, they put in some of their own cash to get themselves an extra reroll for the game. I did not look at how many they normally have. They probably have the same number we do right now. Would be my guess.
I know I have.
All right, high elves. High elves are an elf team, which means, of course, everybody's got 4 agility. Lots of passing and dodging nonsense to watch out for, but as elves, they're not super tough or very good at throwing punches. They're not bad at it, just not very good at it.
Good day, sports fans.
It is way too bright out here. I don't know how we're going to play like this. Yeah, so they all have cone head helmets. No, I don't know. I'm sure you were all about to ask. I got nothing for you. I think they think it looks good. So, in a sense, that bodes well for us, right? They're having some trouble with objective reality. Might make it hard to play Blood Bowl. Alright, what do we got here? We have no options here is what we have.
It would be inspired to put some players near the end zone, just in case.
Don't you talk to me about what would be inspired. So, we need to try to smear a couple of their important players. I'm not too worried about this line. What does this lineman have? Is that dodge? Yeah, okay. They got a lot of guys with dodge. That's annoying. We want to try to hit their catchers and their throwers as best we can. Alright, I'm going to set up in a pretty similar formation to what we usually do. I do it because it's working. If it stopped working, I still might do it, but I'd complain a lot more. Every player on their team is 3 strength. I'm not too worried about getting out-punched on the line here. But maybe we want to play the throwers up on the line too. I'm just thinking that, like... No, we want to have good defensive zones. In fact, I'm going to play the throwers out at the edges here. And then I'm going to put the blitzers behind the goblins. And the point of this is that it's hard to open up a hole now. If the blitzer's here, you can knock down the goblin and then run down the sideline where there's no tackle zone. This makes it so that this column of tackle zones is double reinforced. They could still run in and hit the throwers, but they have to get a little bit deeper to commit that blitz, and it's going to be hard for them to generate a 2-die block without going through some shenanigans. I maybe even should pull the goblins back to here. That channels them toward the center, away from the blitzers, though. I think this is good. Oh, did I end up taking kick on one of the linemen? I just realized that I may have taken kick on a lineman and then put the lineman on the line where he can't use kick. Okay, we get a free bonus turn, 1 free bonus blitz. I have, in fact, taken kick and then placed my kicker on the line like some kind of huge idiot. So obviously we want to open this up a little bit. It would be cool to catch this this guy. Let's go ahead and give him the boot. So we'll hit him from here so that we can push him onto... Wow, that was a lot of +1 strengths. Push him in front of the goblin if we can't bring him down.
They're just hiding.
Yeah, that's fine. And I think we don't follow. Yeah, it's a shame the ball didn't go toward the side that the frenzy guy is on, because we could have frenzied the blocker out to the thing here. I don't know if I actually want to commit super deep. I'm actually going to move to here, maybe? My thinking is just that if we run in, we're going to get mobbed and 2 or maybe even 3 die blocked. If I fall back, I can just make this a strong side, although by doing that I'm opening the line back up. Let's actually do this. I'm going to fall back and reform tackle zones. Leave the goblin on his own out there, though. Okay, and it did not bounce out. So yeah, the kick skill does not work if you place your kicker on the line of scrimmage. That should be fairly obvious to everybody, but it wasn't fairly obvious to me, apparently. You do not need this many assists. You're going to be fine. You big baby. This guy's a blitzer, and he's afraid to just throw the punch at a goblin.
Move right next to a teammate.
Alright, so this should be a pretty easy pickup.
Suppose I should say something memorable or funny.
A player with 4 agility is on a 2+ to pick up, I believe. So, hey, he found it. What do you know? Okay, no death on the first hit. I'm counting that as a strong omen. I was kind of hoping that this would distract some of them. You know, make them commit more players over here the way they did here. Just because the AI is a little sketchy, and it really likes to overcommit to blocks. Wow. They are finding those faces. Listen, if they're going to use all their good blocks on goblins, I'm okay with it.
So close to
Alright, well, unfortunate tackle zone positioning here. So these guys aren't going to do anything fancy. Let's just stand them both up. In fact, I'm going to stand all of our downed players up. None of these guys are going to do anything crazy. They've committed a bunch of guys fairly deep here. So I am going to try to pressure their ball carrier with the blitzer. Don't follow him up.
So am I. Just one more shot.
I guess I should have followed him up. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to run to right here instead of right here because I don't want to get pushed up against the sideline and followed up in an awkward way. And then we're going to do this. Just try to make it tricky for them to get the block they're looking for on this guy. Because you know how they're going to do it. Do I want to go straight to hitting this one? Let's maybe do a couple of other blocks first. Yeah, the troll makes me a little nervous. So here's a 2-die block right now. Just straight 2-die block. This guy has neither block nor dodge. Good stuff. I think I stay. We can generate a punch on this guy with the goblin. I'm going to commit the blitzer around the back.
The players arrive to assist their teammate.
That way, if this goes right, he has an easier time pushing forward later.
It's going to be decisive.
I will take the reroll. Okay. Alright, a fine start, fine start. Yeah, that first armor break says a lot about how Nuffle's feeling that day. And this guy's just normal down. He could get right up. He has 8 movement. So he is in a position to be able to blitz. I'm going to use my thrower to just kind of trap him against the wall here. Plus, it puts more tackle zones on. It means they have to try to run around this way to get to the blitzer. Or they could just use their blitz on my blitzer. That would be fine.
There's nothing better than hitting someone
Ah.
smaller than you, Jim.
Let's force this guy down, and we'll push our rat back this way a little bit. Okay, I think that was a pretty successful turn. If we can get ahead this half, it bodes very, very well for us, since we're receiving in the second. That said, I don't think we're in a good position yet. This guy actually has a very easy path downfield. Yeah, I should have put the thrower on him. That's actually really bad. This guy has an easy path downfield, and they could just go for the pass. Now, a pass is never safe. Yeah, look at that. Pass is never safe, and we are in a position to intercept. I don't know that they can really throw this in a way that nobody can. I guess if they get down here, are they just going to go for it from there? Oh, no, they're caging up. Okay. I was going to say, that seems a little aggressive. I think we're definitely able to intercept that. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore the downfield receiver then. Let's just try to get the ball. Not that great of a roll for them. They didn't choose to use a team reroll there because they were pretty much done with their turn. I think that's perfectly reasonable. All right, let's throw a little violence this guy's way. All right, I'll run over here to deny an assist before I throw this punch, because if this ends up just being a push, it's going to push him here, and his tackle zones would have made that move a little awkward. I would have had either dodge or GFI for it. I guess GFI for it's a little redundant. Okay, so we can surf this guy. I'm not leaving myself in a super great position to put the blitz down. But also, we can surf one of their catchers. We should do it. I don't love that result. Okay. Yeah, go sign some autographs. What do we get on that? Nothing. He's fine. Which one is he? Lanlathion Diarathor. Oh my god. Well, those sure are some elfy names. Okay, these guys should probably just stand up. So how are we going to get this blitz off? We can move you to here. That'll give us a 1-die block on that guy. I'm just trying to figure out like who's throwing the blitz. We just used our team reroll, which makes me a little nervous about trying anything really fancy. Let's try some. Nope, never mind.
I've seen mushrooms.
I was gonna say, let's try to generate some nice high chance of success rolls, but no such luck there. Maybe what I do with my blitz is instead of the obvious things, let's just have this guy blitz, then move around to here to provide an assist on this block, and we'll just surround that guy. Okay, push was all I really needed. Although I would obviously have preferred a real knockdown. Alright, so build our assist. And now we are all up in their cage. It's not the securest approach ever. And I really wish that this guy still had his tackle zones. But it'll have to do. If we can just go into the half tied even, that would be fine. Like if they make the passing play, but we force them to make it quickly, and then we score afterward, that would also be okay. The only way I'm really going to be worried is if we go into the half down a point, which is totally still feasible. Oh.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Okay, yeah, they can't get loose. So I mean, we can make this a 1-die block pretty easily. With nobody having guard or anything, it's a lot trickier to make it a 2. I guess this is a space. No, we have to deal with this guy. We could, though. We could blitz this guy. Knock him down. Just like, move you to here. You just stand. I should stand up my downed players. Blitz this guy off to create a spot where we can stand for a 2-die block. Okay, this will work. Stand there, and then we need a goblin to deny that assist. Ooh. Well, I'd rather make the GFI than the dodge. I guess the dodge has a free reroll, and the GFI uses one of my team rerolls, so maybe that was not right.
They're going for the ball.
Ah, come on. I know if I reroll this, it's just going to be skulls. It's a bad feeling I have. So we'll follow up, and we just got to swarm this dude. Tackle zones everywhere. Alright, I would rather have the XP on Jonathan T. Ratman, and there's no difference in the actual quality of the block here. You know what? I'll take it. I'll just take them both down. Ah, my guy's stunned. Bummer. Okay, this unfortunately is a position that is advantageous for them. They have a couple of really easy... No! Get prehensile tailed, nerd. I was going to say they have a couple of really easy blocks there. Wow. Okay. Well, there's their point. God, I hate elves. Alright. That guy's getting flattened. They got their KO back. I got mine back too. It skipped my little sequence for some reason, but I got my KO back. Okay, so... This isn't a bad formation. I guess it's really awkward, though. So... Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, though. Let's set up in a serious punching formation. Any person who is on the midline is getting punched. That is an enormous glove that guy is wearing. Alright, extra team reroll for me. I think that's put me on one for... No, I'm one short of being one for every remaining turn. Alright, let's throw the easiest punches first. Okay, these are both pretty advantageous. Do we want to try to herd them in one direction? Let's try to push them... Ball's dead center. Yeah, let's try to push them. Let's try to make a lane up here. Alright. I'm going to go put a Skaven adjacent to the ball. I should have done this first, just in case something doesn't work out. Yeah, that way we have more points of movement to pick up the ball and move forward next turn. You know what? Maybe I'm not going to go for the troll. I guess these guys have AV8. The troll is slightly more likely to produce an injury for when he hits, and he does get 3 dice. Okay, couldn't find a good attack, unfortunately. Stupid dodge. Stupid guys and with stupid dodge having. Alright. So let's try to herd these guys out to the side, like I said. Well. Okay. Not great, that. Okay. We are far enough back that I don't think we need to have a cage fall back. Let's keep some pressure up here. I'm going to leave them a channel around the edge. If they want to run out there, I'm okay with it. Let's move you up to make it a little bit more awkward to generate assists here. And actually, I think I'm fine with everybody else's positioning. We don't want to put too many of our goblins adjacent to the elves, because it's just really easy punches. Yeah, and if they want to channel themselves out to this side, that actually plays into my plan. Again, I feel like this is maybe an overcommitment. Like, yeah, you can get 3 dice against the goblin, but why does that even matter? Like, who cares what happens to that goblin? Alright, we have a lot of time to score here, but we're going to have a hard time if we can't get some of these guys off the field, because they're much better at ball handling than we are. I need a little bit of the good old-fashioned ultra-violence. Alright, you sure do hit him. I'll say this, our goblins are standing tough here. Yes, you can see they pass dodges on a 2. The only player who can really do anything about that is the guy with the prehensile tail, and even then, he doesn't make it that much worse for them. If we put one more assist on this elf, we give him a 3-die block. Let's make that happen.
That's it. Get in their face. Because 2 big guys is always better.
Yeah, go ahead and fall. And then we'll take another swing here. Okay, there we go. Who needs claws, right? Who needs claws when you have a massive drill for a face?
Player's eyes rolling up into his head. He'll be out for some time.
Wow. Yeah, the announcers are really into the violence. I can respect that. Alright, so we're going to try to... Well, I was going to say we're going to try to push these guys this way, but apparently there won't be a lot of pushing right now. Oh, you should stand up. You're doing an important job distracting all those elves. So at this point I feel pretty safe moving up. Safe is maybe a strong word for it. But we have some defensive tackle zones in place. We might even be able to keep these dudes off of us. So let's throw a punch here. This is a 2-strength punch. Alright, excellent. We are not going to follow up on this one. This guy's in a good position. So we have a pretty easy blitz on either one of these guys. The goblin has to move up to provide the assist. Question is, which one do I think is more dangerous? I think what I actually want to do is move this goblin to here. Throw the blitz this way.
Come on, guys. Together.
And then we don't follow up. We head back to here. This way, if they do come in for the blitz, they'll have to hit him from behind, and at least if they knock him down, they'll push the ball toward our mess of dudes. It's not a real cage. It's a pretty loose conglomeration of tackle zones. But it might be sufficient to bubble us through this line. We're almost past. We only need a couple of punches to go our way. I think they're trying to set up a 3-die blitz on this goblin. Either that or they're just going to stand there and block me. Can you imagine? Oh, scrub. No, we're not apothecarying a minor concussion on a goblin. He'll be fine, probably, and if he's not, oh well. Man, even with the prehensile tail, we're not getting there. Like, the prehensile tail makes it a 3+, so it's still more likely than not that they will succeed. This is just a bad... I don't know what he's doing. So all we have to do is drop this guy, and we have it. We have an open lane. So I think I'm going to throw my blitz. I don't super want to blitz already, but the thing is, we have to hit this guy from some angle that's not this one. Because if all we roll is a push here, it knocks him right onto us. So let's do something where we can push him away. Okay, don't follow. Okay, pretty good. They're apothecarying. Oh, he lost a point of movement allowance. Honestly, that might be him fired from the team. Excellent work, Idig. Definitely our best player. So we want to run up to here, probably, like here maybe? So I want iDig to move into a rear guard position on that spot. Let's see if the troll's smart enough to come and play cage. He is not. That's fine. These things happen. So, just going to put together a pretty normal cage here. Let's try to knock this guy down so that Scratchy will be free to move. I have 3 rerolls. I don't think I'm going to need them for anything else. For this one for anything else. Just remember, we can only use 1 per turn. There's no point in going into the second to last turn with 3 rolls. And hey, look. I'm glad I did. Anything good? No, just a stun. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I think this guy's going to be the other corner of our cage. I'm going to move to here despite the fact that it leaves an important side open because this guy cannot safely get to that space. His dodge is pretty good. Fingers crossed. Okay. Alright, and then so we'll get in a position to throw a 2-die block here. Let's try to get some players off the field. They probably brought quite a few. Do I want to take that? I don't want to take that both down, actually. Because he's got more armor than we do, so it's most likely that it'll hurt us. Follow him up. And the goblin's not in a particularly valuable position here. Nor can he get in a particularly valuable position. Because he could, like, we could try to put some baffling tackle zones in somewhere here. But the attack's going to come from this side with these 3 elves, so... Whatever, I'm still going to do it. I think it's still right. I don't think we want to just stand there. But the odds of this having any meaning are basically 0. Alright, so we have 2 more turns to find the touchdown. I have confidence. And if, like I said, if we go into the half 1-1, I'd feel pretty okay about that. So they're overcommitting. They seem to like just pick goblins. I think they're trying to grind us out. And they're trying to injure enough of our players that we can't really play the second half. It's a strange strategy for an elf team to take up. Particularly a high elf team. I could see going for it with, like, one of the punchier elf teams. There's a couple, dark elves have some good punching players. You have a lot of chances to generate injuries with, like, a witch elf. And I also like, I don't know what they're called in this game. Colloquially, we used to call them the pro elves. Pro elves are not a terrible punching team. They're not particularly good at it, but, you know, they have decent blitzers and stuff. Okay, come on, no injury. Just a stun, alright. We gotta get Piercer in. Like, Piercer's 1 injury off of a level, and he's got Frenzy to help him get it. Did they really? I mean, I just have a touchdown, right? They're only gonna have 1 more turn? Yeah, like... If I don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like we just move, scratch you. I mean, I guess I'd throw a block. This is the trick. This is the trick. They're trying to trick me into rolling double skulls. I'm not going to throw the block. I'm just going to move out of the way. I see this. I see this trick. I've been this guy. Just make him roll dice. I know what you're talking about. Where's he going to take that? They can't score a 1-turn touchdown on us. There is a way to score a 1-turn touchdown, but it requires you to have a pretty fast player and also a player with Frenzy, I believe. It's been a little while since I've seen it. It's a gimmick thing. It's, you know, it's like the 4-move checkmate. Anybody who knows what it looks like can trivially defend against it, but every once in a while you'll be able to catch somebody with their pants down. But I think it requires you to have Frenzy. So, full-on coward formation? There's no reason to actually play this. I guess we have a turn after their turn. So I should coward formation, but in a way that keeps me close enough to get 1 good blitz off afterward. And we'll make sure to keep our kicker actually back this time. So let's set up all on one side, maybe? I don't know how they're going to handle that. I don't know if tough guys on the edges is a good or a bad strategy. Here, you cover for him. Okay, yeah, they... Wait, why is Piercer kicking? Is my kicker not on the field? Alright. This doesn't matter. Well, I gotta pay more attention during the next kickoff. Hey, we got an extra team here. Is my kicker in the dugout? No, it's Goblins in the dugout.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's not in the wide zone or on the line of scrimmage. It's weird that it didn't give the ball to my kicker. Do I have to do something in this one? In Blood Bowl 1, it would always just give the kick to the kicker. Alright, so they're going to generate some very vicious punches on these goblins, and then we're going to get one good blitz, and then the half's over. I'm going to go with Piercer for the blitz.
Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Is he going to go for a vanity pass? I don't think the AI knows to do that.
The attacker has an assist.
Well, that's just sad. That is a sad result on those dice.
Twinkle toes there.
Bizarre. Why would they throw a blitz with a guy who already had a punch? And if he follows up, we're going to get an extra punch. Okay, he didn't. Smart enough to do that, at least. What? Why?
He's sprinting. It's going to be a
He's just rolling... He's just rolling, like, style dice at us. It's like, look at all the rolling I could do. Okay, we're actually going to get a couple of punches off here. So where's Piercer? Well, this guy's a catcher. You know, I'd much rather hit a guy who doesn't have dodge or block. Yeah, like this thrower.
That's it. Get in their face.
I want as many chances to break this guy down as possible.
This player likes to be well assisted.
Okay. Didn't actually need the second swing. Hell yes, that is a level up. Okay, badly hurt, and they already spent their apothecary, so that guy's actually out. They brought at least one extra player. I think it might have just been one extra, so we're in pretty good position now. So is there any way I could generate a 1-die block with my goblin against this lineman? Yeah, let's go for it. Right, because I moved to here to deny... Actually, this is already a 1-die block. And I can't provide any more assists than this. Oh, but if I throw the block with... Oh, no, this guy can't assist. Yeah, alright, let's throw a 1-die block. We're already out of important actions, so... Aw, Recruit is KO'd. That's why I didn't want that both down. I'm a big believer in holistic medicine, specifically when it comes to my low-value players getting better from KOs and injuries. Not any other time, really. Alright. So, we've injured 2 of their players. Yes, here, little dudes never stay down. Listen, you just try to get a bunch of warpstone cranked up goblins to stay down. I wish we could find a way.
They should replace that player before they lose any more.
I am fine with this setup.
Kick is crucial.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they're shorthanded already. Oh, did they actually set up extra guys? Oh, they get a... It's almost as if they knew they were going to be getting a blitz. Well, I don't know that it almost can't matter. they're gonna really splatter this poor goblin, though. Yeah, and this doesn't... All of this is theater. None of this is important.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, that guy has plus agility. That guy has 5 agility. Oh, come on. Fail a roll, fail a roll. Oh, I see. That's actually a pretty good play. It's a pretty good play in the sense that they have the ball now. If we can, obviously, when we get this guy down, it will be less good. So he is just a lineman. He has no special skills or anything. All I need is any one of the knockdown faces. All right, follow him up, follow him up. Yeah. Of course, it never falls on one of my players, right? Okay. He stopped to jam it in the gun, his little arm gun thing, and for a second I thought he had failed his roll and I was outraged. Oh, let's just try to shove these guys back. I don't really know which way. I guess it makes more sense to push them this way so that we have more people on that side. Or they have more people on this side. It's going to be easier for us to open up a direction over here. So let's try to take the relatively likely to work rolls first. Follow them up. And I think we're going to... We got to defend this, obviously. I'm going to put a blitzer here. Put a blitzer here, because the heavy attack is going to come from this side, so I want to put my two best fighters on this side. Unfortunately, that leaves me with no good way to throw punches over here. The troll still needs to throw his. Okay. That's fine. That is quite a bit of spit that just flew out of his mouth. Alright, well, stun's not exactly what I was looking for. I think we just dodge out and cage, like... I can't get even a one-die block over here. Yeah, let's just try to dodge out and make the cage. These guys will come forward. With any luck, we'll flatten them. We'll keep shoving this line this way. And I mean, it's a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan. So for pretty much all of my goblins, the play is just get out of tackle zones right now. Alright, they have one non-blitz punch available to them. This is going to leave them with not a lot of disruption of our formation, which is going to make it very hard to deal with the fact that I have executed this genius tactical sweep maneuver. Actually, they don't seem to care at all, if I'm being honest. I have to say, this arrangement of guys has me feeling pretty good. I wonder, are they going to blitz up, or how are they blitzing? Okay, I'm just going to throw the naked blitz. It's a 2-die. Yep, and he found it, because of course he did. Alright, well, they made the most of their 2 punches there. So I'm going to hit this guy, open things up a little bit. So if I stand you up... Oh no, this isn't a 2-die block because these guys are providing assists on him. So if we have to do this with a blitz, we may as well do it with this guy. Because this way, at least a push knocks the guy away from our ball carrier. One, two. So he's going to end up out over here somewhere. Alright, let's do our best to provide some kind of cage corner for him. And my plan is to move this other rat to here. Need to throw this block first, obviously. Not totally ideal. Actually, how far can you make? 1, 2, 3... I still have a reroll. I'm going to go for this. And then this guy can form up over here to prevent them just going around. At least going around the short way. And then we use goblins to provide baffles again. So... I like Bob Bifford. He's a solid Blood Bowl analyst. Violence really is just about the only answer to just about every problem. This looks pretty good, I think. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are standing up, which is not what I was hoping for. But it looks like we've got I started to sort of sweep them to the side, and then the rest of them willingly swept themselves, which is strange, but appreciated. It is a shame that the AI is not a little bit better. I think we're still going to get what we want out of this series to sort of like show a team growing up and becoming much better. I think our team is already considerably better and more interesting than they started. But it would be nice if there was a little bit more challenge. So you still just got to play against people. See, I don't think that was a bad dodge. I question whether that was the right thing to do. Like, why not move that guy around and try to be in front a little bit? So, I think what they're trying to do is channel us to the sideline, right? Like, we set up for this blitz. This is the easiest blitz that we have access to. I guess we could go here, but we have to actually knock this guy down. But we could... put the goblin up here. Run I dig to here. The follow-up will get him out of that guy's tackle zone for free. Or he won't get a follow-up. The thing is, we need this guy to go down. No, actually. Yeah, it's a dodge either way. There was no version of that worked, unfortunately. We can try to open up a little bit more of a path here, though. I need a goblin to come over and deny this assist. And now we have a 2-die block on this guy, and if we can down him... Okay. Not a down. But actually, I think this is good enough. Right, because now we've separated them. We still have to make one dodge. Man. Bummer. Alright, you should stand up. You should, like, participate in the game a little bit, maybe? Oh, you're on a guy. Should I just go for this series of 1-die blocks? I mean, I have the advantage. Let's move somebody adjacent to the troll and try to get a troll punch off. Alright. Somebody has to help him understand the punch order. There you go. Okay, this is a 1-die block that's actually very favored against us. This should be pretty positive. Nothing good though. You can tell if it doesn't say they're injured by the end of the animation. Well, I could just stand here. That puts me adjacent to a goblin that is adjacent to an enemy. Makes me a little nervous, because he could just throw the punch, right, and then be adjacent to the ball carrier, providing an assist for a blitzer. I think I'm going to move up just to here. And now, like, we're in a very precarious position. I'm not happy about this. I'm going to leave this in place just to make them try to untangle it. Spend their actions, make them roll dice. Yeah. He's going for the straight 1-die block. I'm not going to dump off. Just throw your punch. Yeah, of course he... I should have known. It does seem like they pretty much never miss their... Yeah, that's in a lot of my tackle zones. That's actually a pretty hard roll. Okay, so he just rolls a 6. That's fine. That'll do it. Yeah, it does seem like when they blitz my ball carrier, it never doesn't work, no matter how bad it is. It's almost like they know. Alright, this stuff's all irrelevant. Obviously, we gotta get our ball back, but I don't actually think... It's not that unlikely. This guy does have dodge, which is annoying. Yeah, they need... Yeah, I was about to say, they need an armor break pretty badly there. I don't... Boy, they're just gonna roll all of the POWs, huh? Yep. Alright. Nuffle has turned against us pretty seriously. Nope, not re-rolling an injury on a goblin. Yeah, so they needed both of those goblins to be down for more than a turn. So they needed stuns there. That's very annoying. Okay, so this goblin... I'm actually going to use the troll for this. I'm going to the troll move here to provide an assist on this guy. I think you just stand up. Okay, we don't follow that. Okay, I think what Nuffle's trying to tell us is that he wanted more blood. That guy's badly hurt. That's fine. So now, I don't want it as providing an assist on this blitzer. And all we actually need here is a push. Oh no, he's not. The ball carrier's right there, SB. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? Alright, let's get an actual assist. And I'm going to move Jonathan T. Ratman here before we throw the block. Because again, if we throw a push and these spaces become tackle zones, it's going to make that move awkward. Okay, push is all I needed there. Alright. If I could get one more assist in here, this would be a 3-die block. Yep. No knockdowns. Well, this might be really bad. The fact that we can't... I didn't re-roll it. I maybe should have, but I was thinking... re-rolling a safe block so often works out against you. Yeah, and they have so many guys down here that they're going to be able to throw a very safe pass. Okay. So, I didn't use my blitz yet, right? I'm going to try to knock this guy down, and then... Come on, kill him. Aw. So maybe run to here? I can't stop any of them from making it to the end zone on GFIs, but I can make it so that they have to take the GFIs. I guess what I could do is stand right here. That doesn't actually... Yeah, whatever. Just stand in a place where you're preventing somebody from doing something. Yeah, not being able to find an actual hit on their ball carrier. I even would have... both down would have been totally fine. But not being able to find a hit on their ball carrier is putting us in a lot of danger.
I train week after week.
Well, that guy has jump up. I should have checked for that. Jump up, allowing him to get up and move his full allotment. Okay, well, it looks like they're not going for the touchdown pass this turn. I wouldn't be surprised if they still throw it, but they moved all their guys so they can't run in the end zone. And then we'll have the ability to make an extremely difficult sequence of rolls to affect the outcome, which we probably will not be able to do. Is he going to throw? Ooh, they're going to cage up. Okay, this is an opportunity.
That's a solid formation. I want to see the opposing team have a go at the ball now.
Alright, didn't roll a knockdown. That's good for us. We might need Cadet down there. He might do something important. Okay. So we can get a 2-die block here. It's going to involve a GFI. We want it to be iDig who takes it. So we move here for the assist.
Put some pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker.
Yeah, and then Idig has to land a GFI. But he's got a pretty good chance of taking this guy down. He's a good fighter.
Be a sack. I love it.
There we go. We found it.
Take down the ball carrier before he can move it.
Ball pops out in a direction that favors them, but not a super huge amount. So we need somebody adjacent to the troll to give him a better chance of getting over in front of the ball. But I guess anybody that I put on the troll is just a 50%. Well, it's better than 50%, but it's just a chance of me putting a tackle zone on a ball, and I'm not putting theirs on. Maybe I should just, run these guys over onto the ball. Okay. By the way, I've failed a lot of my dodge rolls so far. It's just that we get free rerolls with the goblins. Let's just keep trying to roll some injuries here, man. He's breaking armor like crazy down there. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take a KO. Nuffle's kiss feels a little harsher than a kiss sometimes. Okay, failed to really stupid. That's fine. Not a big deal. This is a 2-die, or this is a 1-die block that slightly favors us. Let's go for it. If it fails, it's whatever. This is the time of the turn where we do things that don't matter and aren't important. Awesome, and this is why we do them, because you can get super lucky. Knock a guy off the field. Okay, what else do I want to do? We could run the goblin up. You know what? I should have done this and then issued the troll his movement order. Yeah, let's just, really swarm the ball as best we can. Like I said, I am imagining that this game cannot end in a tie, since it's part of a single elimination bracket to move up to the next round, so we probably will have that 4 extra turns system that I described in one of the earlier videos. This could really, this could very well come down to one lucky roll. Alright, blitzing off the goblin. They hate my goblins. I don't know what it is. That guy's a blitzer, so both down does work for him. Cadet is stunned. That's not actually very important. Was that the prehensile tail? Nope, that was just they just rolled a 1 on the dodge. Okay, interesting move on their part. They certainly can't pick up the ball. I'm not sure what that play was. Let's try to put this guy down. Even if we had only rolled a push here, it would have pushed him, obviously, into a lot of guys. You don't have any skills. So let's put a goblin on you. Oh, I should have thrown this punch first to see if this was even going to be feasible. Good enough for me. Stay put. So now we try to blitz this guy off the ball. That leaves us with a guy with sure hands to try to pick it up. Okay, I will take that. That is fine. Oh, you're kidding me. He fumbled it with sure hands. He flubbed the die roll and then re-rolled it and flubbed that die roll as well. Ugh. I should have stood up this goblin and done this. Just had this guy wake up. That was a small error that's going to give them a lot of extra movement here. I was so focused on the thing that I was trying to... The most important thing I was trying to get accomplished. Okay, so this guy's double GFIing into a bad pickup. They do still have a... Okay, so they're down to just 1 team reroll left. Oh, wow, he snake eyes the GFI. That's real bad. Alright. Nuffle smiles upon us. So let's brain this up a little bit. Hey, brain. Do things. I'm going to move this Skaven over to here, so I'm going to move you to right here. Eat this elf's action.
And yet so much can still happen. Nothing's certain in this game.
Okay. So Idig goes for the punch. Alright, follow it up so you're adjacent to the ball. And then we have another punch for this guy, which removes him from the vicinity of the ball no matter how it... as long as I roll at least a push. Alright, stay put. So again, we have more guys on the ball. I don't know if I want to throw the punch, but you can click a really stupid guy to just have him try to wake up. And he makes a really stupid roll, and if he succeeds, he at least gets his tackle zones back. We have 2 turns. Now I have to pick this up now, so I'm going to just make him activate the player. Okay, good. He's live. So he's projecting a tackle zone. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Yeah, reroll that. I wasn't able to reroll his thing because he got a free reroll. Okay. Now we have to make a passing play or a handoff or something. I mean, this position is still favors me, but not by as much as I would like. Okay, they have 1 more reroll left. You don't get any more rerolls when we go into overtime. So the fact that they're down to 1 will be meaningful. Oh, he skulled it. Bad luck. Well, I feel good about them having a little bit of bad luck, because I feel like I was having some pretty bad luck earlier. And that's how I work. I'm mostly spite-based. Okay, so we got to open up a way to score the ball. Obviously, Scratchu can't make it to the end zone. In fact, everybody has to make a pretty serious run to get to the end zone. We may have to just accept this going to overtime. I don't think I can make this. Because it's unlikely that a Skaven player will give the ball to a Goblin. Because the Skaven players on the team all have animosity. We could go for the double GFI here. Right? We can make this guy free. Push is good enough. Follow up. I don't really want to give the points to Idig, because he's not going to level up again in time. That's just like burning the SPP. But I honestly don't really have a choice. I really do want to make this touchdown now if we can. Oh no, don't pass it. Sorry. Walk up to him and hand it to him. You still have to make the catch roll, but you don't have to make the pass roll. Oh, he fumbled it. Please catch that. Nope, he fumbled it again. This has been a comedy of errors. Good question from the announcer here. Okay, they're not able to get the Goblin down. That's good. Keeps his tackle zone on the ball. Come on, fail that pickup. And they don't have a reroll. Okay. Okay, this game. So, we're going to overtime, right? Yeah. Good. This favors me. We're close to the end zone. Oh, are we going to... Did they do a reset? I thought you didn't do a reset. That's fine. Actually, that's not great. We received in the second half, so they're going to receive in the overtime. We have more rerolls than they do, but they need their rerolls less. Oh no, okay, there's another coin flip. Come on, please let me get this. All right, receive the ball. Yeah. Oh, it looks like we just play another whole half. Whole half? You know what I mean. Okay, but again, they have not gotten any rerolls back, and we have, so... What am I doing? These are my throwers. Let's trade in the linemen. We'll put the blitzers outside. I might go only 1 thrower back to give me more ability to slaughter people, because slaughtering people sounds real good. No, let's keep 2 throwers back. It gives me the best chance of a safe pickup if I can run one of them over next to the ball. It doesn't really matter which goblin is where, I guess. Although, actually, there's no reason that this needs to be the blitzer. Let's swap these 2. Because the goblin provides the assist just fine. And this way the blitzer can throw punches out. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of different overtime methods in Blood Bowl, and I did not... The Seahawks get a free bonus turn. Of course they do. And the ball's falling in a position where they can just run under it. Oh, that's really bad. Well, I mean, the good news is I'm about to have a turn, right? So I can at least try this. Try to get the ball off of him. Oh, yeah, I didn't mess with the overtime settings, so it's whatever the default was. Which I obviously did not know. Fumble it, fumble it. Yes, okay. Alright, that's not a great space for him to have fumbled it too, but at least he's not holding it. Alright, so we put 2 assists on him. We have the Goblin push him, and he lands here. Unless the Goblin wants to actually knock him down, which would be totally fine. Alright, works for me. And stay put. So I want the assist here still. I should have thrown this punch first and then had the follow. Definitely an error there. I gotta stop making those given the situation. Alright, we also gotta draw some blood like yesterday. This guy put himself in a good position to take a punch. I'm less concerned about the guys who are on the extreme other side of the field. Oh, I probably should have taken block. Yeah, I should have taken them both down. Well, I suppose this allows the assist here naturally. Never mind, this was the right move. Show me some breaks. Yes! Off the field? Nope, stunned. Okay. Stun's fine. It's, you know, it's not awesome, but it's fine.
The attacker has an assist.
This guy has dodge, unfortunately. Alright, we put the Goblin right here. I'm not going to try to pick the ball up with the Goblin, because I don't really want the Goblin to be running the ball. Let's... I don't know if I want to go for a GFI here. I think I want to go for a GFI here. Really lock this elf up. And if I fail this, I'll just let it fall. Okay. That was not an important enough move to use a reroll on, you know? Okay, there we go. One more off the field. We are much better fighters than they are, and we gotta shorthand them as much as possible. So there are 5 of their players out now. If I can't win this game at this point, you know, maybe I didn't deserve to win. Alright, we have 2 tackle zones on the ball. Anybody who gets the ball is going to have to do a series of tricky dodges to get out. This poor Goblin's about to get his head crushed in. Hey, he's fine. Whatever. Okay. Hydrangolio Augulata. Augulata, rather. Sorry, Auglata. My mistake. I wouldn't want to mispronounce your ridiculous name. Elves, man. Okay, so I think we attack here. If this doesn't down him, we push him to here, follow him up, attack him again. That'll push him off of the ball entirely. It does mean that I can't use either of my throwers to pick up, but, as I was about to say, there's a chance we just knock him down, in which case we do have a thrower for pickup. He's got like some kind of warpstone rash on his side. You've got to stop bathing in the stuff. Okay, let's put this Goblin here, I think. This is the best position for... we're going to throw this punch and then push him to here. And the Goblin's going to do the best possible job. Actually, I'll take it both down. Works for me. Okay. Even if we don't get the pickup here, we had a real good chance of this just falling on a friendly player. Hold on. There's nobody here, so okay, we have some people to run up and play defense for him. Show me that pickup. All right, we got it. We remembered how to pick the ball up. Okay. Let's go here. I probably want to use this goblin to cage. Actually, can we get the troll over there? Oh, it'd be a GFI. I don't want to roll a GFI on my troll. Okay, I'll have him go like this. I don't think I want to use my blitz with my troll either. It's just too unlikely you'll get a successful reroll, you know? We'll take this position with you.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
Just throw some more punches, because never stop punching. Also, I kind of want to kill this 5 agility elf just out of spite. That guy is too good at handling the ball, and it's upsetting. I don't think I care too much about this guy's positions. Let's just roll out and improve the cage a little bit. It's fine. We don't need to use the GFI. Alright, it looks very good, but I thought it looked very good at the beginning of the last drive, too. So we'll see. Before everybody forgot how hands work. Alright, so they're mostly just getting up. They don't have a lot of good moves here. They can't put very much pressure on the ball. I've chosen to take their frustrations out on poor Squishy. And that's why we call him that. You know, he comes by the name Honestly. But this looks pretty good, right? Is there anybody that I really want to particularly throw this punch with? I don't think so. I don't think I want to score yet. If we're going to play an entire third half, I definitely want to hold the ball for a couple more turns. So let's do this. We'll blitz this guy from this side, push him back a little bit. Just trying to make it difficult for him to keep up. I don't... No, I'd like to actually hit him if possible. Okay, well, no such luck. But that's a pretty good result. Okay, really make it clear to this guy that he is not supposed to go forward. And I'm going to not follow up. Because if I follow up and the troll hits him and can only find a push, the troll will be forced to push him to this space because it's the only one of the 3 that are unoccupied. Leaving a hole here allows the troll to push him right back down here. You know, the troll could also just hit his attack, though. Could make it irrelevant. Okay, where else do we want to throw some punches? This is the guy with Frenzy. So, oh, what am I doing? I need to stand right here. So, this is a 2-die block, right? If we only roll push, we push him to here, follow up, we lose, we get a negative assist, but now we're on 2 positive assists, so it stays a 2-die block. Alright, that's the best we're going to get on him. I don't feel bad about it. Or anything else, apparently. I've definitely been pushing my luck with these dodges. Alright, we want to score closer to the end of the half. I don't know how many turns I'm actually going to get here, but they really are not in a good position to put a lot of pressure on me. They could get a 1-die blitz. Wow, okay. They would much rather have a 3-die block on this random goblin than a blitz that could end this this play in victory for them. So, I mean, this could be one of the strategies, right? There's not a lot of cool stuff you can do when you get stalled like this. But usually the smart thing, the thing you want to do, is you start injuring their players as much as possible. deep blocks, throw fouls if you have to. Make it clear to them that ending the play is in their best interest. I don't think that he's actually capable of doing that to me, because I don't care about... Wow. Alright. Shoot. Okay, that was a 0 SPP lineman. But, wow, that puts the Blunderblunatic 1 star player point away from a level up. I have such high hopes for him. Ooh. Let's not have that happen. I think maybe they should just flee. Maybe they should take all of their players and run away from me very fast. Alright, let's go put some more damage on some guys. Yeah, they need this play to end way more than I do. I'm just going to commit some more guys to man coverage, because there's not really a lot of reason to defend my ball carrier. They can't really attack him in any meaningful way. They're all very far away from him. Maybe we can sweep the field before the end of the half.
Come on, guys, together. Listen, the attacker smells weakness.
See, the thing about the goblins is, I don't love my players getting hurt, obviously. Nobody would. But I am really not that afraid to just sell injured goblins and buy new ones, and I think I've proven that in the past. Alright, let's see if we can get one more injury for our troll. Nope. No such luck. We need an assist over here. I'm going to walk this guy off the field 2 spaces at a time. There, we can get a little bit of vengeance for our poor goblin. We'll play some grind out Blood Bowl. We'll play some grind out Blood Bowl. Alright, once again, just make it like really clear to these guys that they don't get to go places. And we'll just, we'll be very bad-mannered here, and we'll play it with score on turn 24. Yeah, if you get in a situation like this, the situation that these elves are in, I honestly don't know what to say. Forfeit? Just scoop it out, because this is grim for him. He could get lucky. He could kill a player. But that's like the best case scenario for him. He certainly can't win. And killing one of my players isn't even helpful to him. Because again, he can't, like, he's not moving on. He will not play us again. I understand, though, why they didn't give the AI the ability to concede. Because, boy, I bet that would happen all the time, even in situations where it's extremely inappropriate. Oh? Oh, KO. I had such hopes. Oh, actually, maybe that should have been a blitz. No, we'll just generate a bunch of assists, and we'll throw a Goblin Punch. I'm taking this SPP farm for all it's worth. Because who knows? I don't even know, like... I didn't really look at who the other players in our division are, aside from the Halfling team. Or the other players in the tournament. Alright, so he was trying to... The reason he moved the way he did on his last turn was he was trying to prevent us from surfing him off the field with Frenzy. I think he's going to be disappointed with the results of that. And on turn 24, of course, we will not make any rolls of any kind. We will simply score the ball. Now he's still going for it. I have to admire his tenacity, at least. Yeah, oops, I guess I'm done. I'm going to blitz this guy just for the purpose of pushing him into the troll. I don't trust the troll to make the blitz himself. Okay, works for me. Alright, come on, Blunatic. I believe. Yeah, that works. Neither one of these guys really needs the points from a hit. Damn it. Another KO. He's doing some okay work, but could be better. Okay, so they've done a good job now of making it so I can't, No, wait, never mind. I totally have this guy surfed. Alright, let's do it. We're injuring this guy out of spite. So you push him here. You're not allowed to push a player off the field. If there's a legal space on the field, you can push them. But because I blocked this, he has to go to one of these two. Which means he's going for a ride. Unfortunately, my guy has Frenzy and is forced to follow up. And is now surfable himself. Which is a good reason not to do the thing I did. It's like, I would go so far as to say it's a very good reason. I just got so excited about the fact that I was able to finally surf that guy. But you know what we can do is we can make this just a really terrible block for him. There we go. Now I believe it is a -3 die block. So I suspect he won't take it. Yeah, he's just going to move. Okay, well that'll be that then. I was sweating for a little bit there. I'm not going to lie. That got spooky. But we made it out. We got some great star player points. One of our blockers got leveled up again, and you know, there's a couple of good places that MVP could fall. 2-1 is a good score and sums up this game. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't disagree. We could do better than that. Alright, 4 is fine. So who got our star player? Idig. You know what? If he gets the star player points, or if he gets the MVP rather, again, he actually might level up before the last game. So we have 1 level up to distribute then. Right, what's Idig at? He's at 26 now? You know, an injury and a touchdown. We actually might have him at level 4 for the final game. And that might even be a thing that's worth doing. Actually, it might be bad. Concentrating a little too much team player value. Oh my. Well, we've rolled an 8, and as boring as this is, I think we have a responsibility to take dodge on this blitzer. Yeah, I feel pretty bad for the next team we're playing against. Both of our blitzers having block and dodge is it's pretty harsh. And we're playing against, oh, a mirror match. Oh dear. Goblins with extra heads? That's really awful looking. Looks like the troll has a prehensile tail, maybe? They have 3 goblins with extra heads. This is so gross. Okay, well, that's going to be it for us for today. Come back next time. I guess we'll see who the freakiest mutants are after all. And we'll see you then.